Yellow flag of the race came on lap number 122 when Mike Chase hit the wall on turn 4 and Kyle Petty slid to avoid a collision. The fourth caution occurred when Ricky Rudd spun out on the back straightaway on lap number 160. We now return to the 1990 Checker 500 at Phoenix International Raceway on lap 200.
Back at Phoenix International Raceway, you haven't missed a thing. Dale Earnhardt is leading the way here. Lap 200 being shown in the books. 312 comprise the Checker 500, 500-kilometer event. Earnhardt, our leader. Morgan Shepherd showing in second position. Darrell Waltrip is third. Kenny Schrader fourth. Jeff Bodine fifth. And Mark Martin is sixth. And there
is Ernie Irvan moving up on Mark Martin. Ernie Irvan running in the 7th position. He'd like to move into 6th. There's Jeff Bodine, who is 5th, and the Budweiser Ford, number 11.
Heard Ernie talking about this. Reminds him of some of the dirt tracks he cut his teeth on in and around Modesto and Salinas, California. As now Martin goes very high in turn 1, and Irvan has the opening, but can he hold him down the backstretch?
He has a preferred line going into turn 3 on the bottom, but we'll see. Is Mark Martin going to race him? There's nobody behind Ernie. Mark really needs to let him go and go on.
If this were the last 5 laps, he would need to race him and hold him off, but they still have one more pit stop to make. So, of course, he doesn't want to get too far behind in case this thing should go green the rest of the way.
I believe Mark Martin's going to make him earn it. Ernie Irvan now still on the inside. Now a lap car in front of him. They squeeze.
Oh, no, boy.
3 abreast.
Going into turn 3. Jimmy Means down there in the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac gives them plenty of room. He gets as low on the racetrack as he could. Pretty good piece of driving by everybody there, and a lot of restraint as well.
I'm telling you, wow, how in the world can these guys keep going in these flat corners 3 abreast and make it?
Now there's Jeff Purvis right in front of Ernie Irvan. What will Irvan do? He'll have to back out, and as Martin makes the move by, he will follow Martin single file around the lap car of Jeff Purvis. Plastic coat Chevrolet.
We saw Ernie just a few laps ago racing with Bill Elliott. He now has about a half straightaway on Elliott. Obviously has the Kodak Film Chevrolet running pretty good.
Really working on Martin. He wants to pass him on the inside. He looked to the outside there for just a moment. They're a little bit loose. Martin's car got a little loose off the turn. And here comes Irvan on the inside.
And Ernie Irvan makes the pass, and that would be for the 6th place position. Let's take a look at our Western Auto race recap. Leader Dale Earnhardt has led 150 of the 200 laps. 4 caution flags for 29 laps. There are 14 cars on the lead lap. The average speed, we have been slowed by caution 4 times. It's 97.243 miles per hour. Lap leaders, Rusty Wallace led the first 50 laps starting from the pole, and it's been all Dale Earnhardt since then. Out of the race, Michael Waltrip, Bobby Hillen, Dick Trickle, and Kyle Petty involved in that first caution. Rusty Wallace with the blown engine, and Mike Chase some wall contact up in turns 3 and 4. Our Western Auto Mechanic of the Year standings, Robin Pemberton, showing 6 wins. He currently leads in the points. Andy Petrie, the Harry Gant crew chief. Then comes Mike Beam from Bill Elliott, Tim Brewer from Jeff Bodine's crew, and Danny Glad from the Alan Kawicki team.
Look at Earnhardt's car still hugging that inside. Hey, they have that Goodwrench Chevrolet set up to perfection here today. And he's driving it accordingly.
Dale Earnhardt is the man they're trying to catch here as the laps begin to wind down a little bit at Phoenix International Raceway. Everyone watching the Intimidator at his best. Don't go away. And our leader surveying the field pretty well here this afternoon, Dale Earnhardt. If the race would end now, well, the points battle would be quite a bit different.
Yes, Earnhardt would only be 15 behind. He came into this race 45 behind, so he would pick up 30 points.
15 points going to Atlanta. Boy, that'd be classic down there.
We'll talk about Ultra Crunch Time then 2 weeks from now, and we'll have that race for you on November 18th at 12:30 live. And our good buddy Bob Jenkins, who's recovered from illness up in Noblesville, Indiana, will be back with us to carry the lap-by-lap racing action. We'll show you our field summary car number 72. That's Mark Reed out of Bakersfield, California. Sun Valley Oil Chevrolet, one of the Winston West campaigners. There's Mark. He's still running here in the field.
There's still 14 cars on the lead lap, but one of those cars, as we see, there's Morgan Shepherd going by. Of course, he is running in second place. One of those cars is dropping off the pace a little bit, and that's Brett Bodine. Apparently has lost a cylinder.
Here is Chuck Bell, the 36-year-old current Busch Grand National Series champion. He's driving the Kellogg's car that's prepared by Tex Powell.
Then comes Ricky Rudd. Ricky is 19 laps down after having spun on the backstretch and did some damage to the front end of that car. So
Darrell Waltrip, the Tide Chevrolet, currently running third in today's race. And not too far behind him, about 10 car lengths behind him, is Kim Schrader in the Kodiak Chevrolet. There's Kenny coming off turn 4, the Kodiak Chevrolet.
Good look at Kenny Schrader in the Kodiak Chevrolet. Then comes the car number 12. That would be the Hut Strickland car. The Ray Bestis Buick, the Bobby Allison Racing team. We mentioned that Hut will be back with that team again next year. Ernie Irvin, the Kodak Film Chevrolet, currently being shown in the 5th spot. Ernie Irvin. And the next car being shown, the Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile, car number 20. Chad Little driving the car here. They have never run here before, and he is currently in 19th spot. And the rumor is that they might have Steve Grissom in that car at Atlanta Raceway. And what a great reward that would be for a tremendous young Busch Grand National Series driver if he get a chance to drive a potent Winston Cup car like this car owned by Dick Moroso.
well, I'd heard that rumor too, but also one of their crew members told me that Jimmy Hensley would be in the car, and there's trouble up in turn 4.
Troy Beebe has spun.
And the boy did it right in front of the leader.
He gets the car righted and gets it back in gear. Waving the flag now for the 5th time today. Caution being shown. Troy Beebe, who had that spectacular practice crash up in Watkins Glen, making his first Winston Cup start. Good to see Troy back. He had a fractured pelvis and a severe concussion, and he has come back and run some Southwest Tour events and some Winston West events and making his way back into Winston Cup competition. He is one of the future superstars in this division. Some of the current superstars right there on your screen. That's, of course, Morgan Shepherd. You got to give a call to Shepherd, to Bud Moore and Greg Moore and all the crew there who worked so hard for that Motorcraft Ford. And, of course, Dale Earnhardt is the leader.
The Bud Moore crew has a chance now to make that great 4-tire pit stop and put Morgan back in front. Here they come.
It's going to get interesting here in the pits. Let's go down to John Kernan, who's standing by in the leader's pit.
Dale Earnhardt leads the parade of drivers coming down pit road. He pulls the Goodrich Chevrolet to a stop. They will go to work on the right side of the car. You see Morgan Shepherd on the top of your screen, our second place car. He's spinning way down pit road. Dale Earnhardt on the bottom of your screen. They're coming around for the right side tires, or left side tires, I should say. Also, likewise, left side tires on Morgan Shepherd's car. The Goodrich crew working very, very fast. Shepherd is down, coming down pit road, but so is Dale Earnhardt, and he will beat him out of the pits by virtue of his position on pit road.
And Mark Martin in, getting left side tires, and they're getting that car finished. Had a little bit of trouble apparently on the left rear tire. You see him now motioning Martin out just in front of Bill Elliott. You saw a classic example, gentlemen, of what pit position will do for you. Even though Bud Moore's crew, Harold Stott, the guys did a tremendous job changing 4 tires on Morgan Shepherd's car. They actually beat the Earnhardt crew off the jack, but Earnhardt's position putting down toward turn 1 made the difference.
Well, Morgan Shepherd was able to stop first and start his pit stop before Dale Earnhardt is one reason he's able to get the jack down. The pit stops were about the same, but as you said, Earnhardt's pitting down near turn 1. They let the jack down and he drives across the line.
Dale Earnhardt back where he was just a moment ago, showing the way here in the Checker 500-kilometer event. 219 laps complete. It's Shepherd, Schrader, Irvin, and Bud.